There is a $25,000 federal student loan forgiveness proposal that's going through Congress right now. But even before it passes Congress, there are two questions that you need to answer to make sure that you're eligible for the full loan forgiveness and to turn that $25,000 forgiveness into a potential $250,000 opportunity. But before we get into it, if this is your first time at our channel or you haven't subscribed, click on the subscribe button at the bottom. My name is Travis Sickle, certified financial planner, helping you reach your financial goals. So this new $25,000 loan proposal, which was bigger than what we saw in the HEROES Act for up to $10,000 in loan forgiveness. Now, the $25,000 proposal is coming from Congressman Vicente Gonzalez of Texas. And the proposal is for up to $25,000 in federal student loans. And the estimates is it's going to forgive up to $775.5 billion in total debt across 43 million Americans, which is roughly half of all student loan debt outstanding today. Now, this is so new that even on Congress's website, they don't even have the text for the bill. So all we know at this point is this proposal is for up to $25,000 in federal student loan forgiveness. But the amount and the impact that forgiving up to $25,000 in federal student loans is actually a lot more than you might think. So if you just start with the basic math, and if we look at the rates for federal student loans, even if we go back to the highest interest rate of 6.8%, we can work out the math to figure out how much we could save just by forgiving the $25,000. And I'll go through that math first before we get into the decision that you need to make today, and also that opportunity that you need to be ready for as soon as these loans get forgiven. Now, forgiving $25,000 in federal student loans will actually save you a lot more than just $25,000 in the federal student loans in your overall financial situation. So let's walk through some of that math. If we just pull it up on the calculator and do the time frame of 10 years and also the interest rate of 6.8%, because if we look at the federal student loans in the 2006 to 2008 time frame, which is the highest interest rate that we could see, with 6.8%. So over a 10-year period, which is 120 months at 6.8% on the interest rate, and we have $25,000 in total student loans, those payments over that time frame would be $286. So it's pretty easy to see exactly how much you would pay over that 10-year time frame at an interest rate of 6.8%. All you need to do is take the amount of months that you would pay, and in this case, it's 120 months, which is 10 years times 12 months, gives us that 120. But then if we take the 120 and multiply it by that monthly payment, we could figure out exactly how much we're going to pay over that 10-year time frame. So if we take the 120 months and we multiply it by our $286, that's going to give us $34,320. So that is the amount that we would save just by forgiving the $25,000 in student loans at an interest rate of 6.8%. But that's not the only benefit in getting $25,000 in federal student loan forgiveness. If we actually take those payments and instead of putting it towards our federal student loans, which are paid off now, then we could take that $286 and put it towards our financial future. So let's just say that we took that $286 payment and put it into a Roth IRA on a monthly basis instead of paying off those federal student loans. So if we took the $286 on a monthly basis and over the 10-year time frame, we put it towards a Roth IRA. So that's what we're going to put it into. And if we get an 8% rate of return over that time frame, let's see how much money that we would have. So if we did that on the calculator, what we can do is take our 10-year time frame and at an 8% rate of return, we don't have anything saved today, and we're going to invest our $286 And at the end of that time frame, we would have $52,671. But that's not the only benefit that you would get from getting the $25,000 in federal student loan forgiveness, because it's unlikely that you're going to use the money inside of the Roth IRA after just 10 years. You're going to let it sit there and continue to grow. So if we kept it in there for the next 20 years, meaning it's a total of 30 years, let's see how much money we'd actually have. So if we took our $52,671, how much would that be in 20 more years at an 8% rate of return? Well, if we put in an additional 20 years at an 8% rate of return, and it's $52,671 that we're putting into this investment, and let's say we don't contribute anything else to it, that's going to be $259,500. So getting that $25,000 in federal student loan forgiveness could actually be turned into 10 times the benefit. 10 times 25,000 is 250,000. And in the example that we just went through, we were able to turn that $25,000 in federal student loan forgiveness into over $259,000. But that's not the only benefit of getting the $25,000 in federal student loan forgiveness, or any forgiveness for that matter, because you're also foregoing buying a home, a car, or starting a family, or even a new business. All of those things were being delayed because you're looking at this burden of debt from the federal student loans. But there are still two questions that you need to answer. Number one is, do you hold out and wait for the $25,000 federal student loan forgiveness, or do you move forward with looking for a refinance and reducing your interest rate and reducing your payment? So right now at the 6.8%, you know that it is currently at a payment of $286, and that's going to be a total payment of $34,320 over a 10-year time frame. But if we drop it to say 3%, that payment's going to also drop, and it's going to be $241 per month, already freeing up cash flow, and that's going to work out to $28,920. That's a savings of $5,400 over the course of that loan. And the second question that you need to answer is, what would you do with the free cash flow if you were to able to either get the forgiveness or get a lower interest rate? And it's really important that you have that financial goal in mind so you can start to prepare for it. So you take that money and put it right towards that financial goal. Because if you don't, you might end up getting comfortable with living on the additional income. So it's really important that up front, you have that game plan in mind so you can really maximize the savings that you can either get from the loan forgiveness or a potential reduced interest rate. In either case, there's still decisions to make now and in the future that can improve your financial situation, free up some cash flow, and help you reach your financial goals. And if you've enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe and leave your comments down at the bottom.